Picture this. Ancient Greece, the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and Western civilization. A land where brilliant minds like Aristotle and Plato shaped human thinking forever. Where mighty city-states like Athens and Sparta commanded respect across the Mediterranean. But here's what's shocking. This same Greece that once ruled the ancient world is now struggling with one of Europe's worst debt crises. How did a civilization that gave us the Olympics, invented theater, and created architectural wonders fall so far? Today, we're diving deep into one of history's most dramatic transformations. I'm your host, and this is the untold story of Greece's rise and fall. Let's start with the glory days. Ancient Greece wasn't just powerful, it was revolutionary. We're talking about a civilization that peaked around the 5th century BC, when Athens alone had more influence than most modern countries. Think about it. Greek merchants sailed across the Mediterranean, establishing trade routes that made cities incredibly wealthy. The Athenian Empire collected tribute from over 200 city-states. That's like having 200 countries paying you taxes. Greek culture spread everywhere. From Egypt to modern-day Turkey, people spoke Greek, used Greek coins, and built Greek-style temples. Alexander the Great took this influence even further, creating an empire that stretched from Greece to India. Imagine controlling territory that vast with ancient technology. But here's what made Greece truly special. It wasn't just military conquest. Greeks pioneered banking, created the first coins, and developed trade networks that connected 3 continents. Athens became the New York City of the ancient world. So, what went wrong? The decline didn't happen overnight. It was like watching a slow-motion collapse over centuries. First came the endless wars. Athens and Sparta tore each other apart in the Peloponnesian War. Picture 2 heavyweight champions beating each other senseless while everyone else gets stronger. That's exactly what happened. These wars drained treasuries, destroyed farmland, and killed entire generations. Then came foreign invasions. The Romans didn't just conquer Greece, they systematically stripped away its wealth. They carted off statues, gold, and even entire libraries back to Rome. It was like having your house robbed, but the thieves took everything, including the walls. The Byzantine Empire tried to keep Greek culture alive, but constant wars with Persians, Arabs, and eventually Ottoman Turks meant resources went to defense, not development. For over 400 years, Greece was part of the Ottoman Empire, paying heavy taxes to distant rulers. Fast forward to modern times. Greece gained independence in 1821, but freedom came with a price: massive debt. The new nation had to borrow heavily to build everything from scratch. Here's where things get really interesting. Throughout the 20th century, Greece faced incredible challenges. 2 world wars devastated the country. The German occupation during World War II was particularly brutal. It caused a famine that killed hundreds of thousands. Then came decades of political instability. Military coups, civil wars, and constant government changes made long-term economic planning nearly impossible. Imagine trying to run a business when the rules change every few years. That's what Greece faced as a country. The 2008 global financial crisis hit Greece like a tsunami. But here's what most people don't understand. Greece had been hiding its true financial situation for years. Government debt was much higher than reported, and when the truth came out, international investors panicked. Suddenly, Greece couldn't borrow money at reasonable rates. The government had to choose between defaulting on its debts or accepting harsh austerity measures. They chose austerity, which meant cutting government spending, raising taxes, and reducing public services. The result? Unemployment skyrocketed to over 25%. Young people couldn't find jobs. Businesses closed. It was like watching a modern economy collapse in real time. But here's what's fascinating. Greece's problems weren't just about money. They reflected deeper issues that plagued the region for centuries. Weak institutions, political corruption, and an economy too dependent on outside help. The same geographic position that made ancient Greece a trading powerhouse became a liability in the modern world. Being at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa meant constant foreign interference and political instability. So there you have it, the incredible journey from ancient superpower to modern struggle. Greece's story shows us that even the mightiest civilizations can fall, but it also proves that cultural influence can outlast political power. What do you think was the biggest factor in Greece's decline? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating historical deep dives. Until next time, keep questioning history.